Hey everyone, John Blankensop here, and welcome to another Big QU Knowledge Nugget. In this edition, we're going to talk about one of the quality management fundamental principles called customer focus. I hope you find this edition insightful and informative. The very premise of quality is a focus on customer. An organization that focuses on quality promotes a culture that enhances customer satisfaction and delivers value through meeting all customer requirements and fulfilling their needs and expectations. The quality of an organization's products and services is determined by the ability to satisfy customers. And the primary objective of Big Q quality management is to meet customer requirements and strive to exceed expectations to enhance customer satisfaction. In Big Q quality management, there's two kinds of customers. There's external customers and there's internal customers. An external customer is a person or organization that receives a product, service, or information, but is not part of the organization that supplied it. An internal customer is a recipient, a person or department within an organization of another person or department's output from that organization, be it a product, service, or information. Now, we're not going to talk about internal customer in this knowledge nugget. When we discuss the quality management fundamental principles of process approach and employee engagement, we're going to go into internal customer in much more detail. Now, an external customer could also be considered a consumer or an end user. So that is an external customer to whom a product or service is ultimately delivered, or someone who purchased products or services for their own use. So sometimes a customer can purchase directly from the source of a product, service, or information for their own use. In some cases, you purchase product, service, or information maybe through a retailer, a distribution center, or a dealer network. A good example for me, in my past, I worked for Harley Davidson Motor Company, and we were selling motorcycles to a dealer network. That dealer network then sold motorcycles to end users. When it came to customer satisfaction and focusing on the external customer, we had to focus both on the dealer network and the end user, the riders, the people that were using the products that we were delivering. So why is this quality management fundamental principle so important? Well, it really is what's going to increase your organization's ability to achieve sustained success. And that's by attracting and retaining trust and confidence of customers. And you're doing that through creating value in every aspect of every customer interaction that you have. How will it benefit? Well, you're going to increase customer satisfaction. You're going to achieve customer loyalty. You're going to get repeat business, enhance industry reputation, expand your customer base, and of course, we hope increase market share and increase revenue. So what's required to be customer focused? First of all, customer focus must be defined and ingrained in the organization's identity. It's a part of who we are. It's got to be part of the mission, the vision, the values, and the culture of the organization. Next, you've got to recognize customers as those who receive value from the organization. Understand customers' current and future needs and expectations, and link management system objectives to customer needs and expectations. You want to plan, design, develop, produce, deliver, and support products and services that are meeting customer requirements and expectations. You want to measure and monitor customer satisfaction and take appropriate actions, and actively manage relationships with customers to achieve sustained success. So this is a great checklist for you to consider. How many of these items can you check off within your organization? Really, where we have to get to is that we have to flawlessly execute this fundamental principle across the entire quality management system. We've got to check off on all of these. Dr. Ishikawa has told us that the first step in quality is to know the requirements of the customer, the voice of the customer. Well, how do we do that in an organization? There's a lot of sources we can pull from to help us gain the voice of the customer. Surveys and focus groups, social media, sales and technical reports, user group forums, help or tech support lines, customer audits, management system requirements, non-conforming reports and corrective action requests coming back from the customer, complaints, warranty claims, parts returns coming back from the customer. All of this put together can help us understand the requirements of the customer. This in turn helps us understand opportunities to enhance customer satisfaction. And please keep in mind, customer satisfaction is the customer's perception of the degree to which the customer's expectations have been fulfilled. What's really important here is it's not the organization's perception, it's the customer's perception. That's why gaining the voice of the customer is critical. So in regards to a big Q quality management system, customer focus is prevalent throughout the entire structure of the quality management system. If we use ISO 9001:2015 structure and requirements as an example, and we walk through the plan, do, check, act cycle that is structured within this, we can see all the places that customer focus appears. So first off, in planning, in section 4, context of the organization, we've got to determine internal and external issues impacting or enhancing the organization's ability to meet intended results. Well, those intended results are conformity to requirements and customer satisfaction. We've got to recognize the customer as a key interested party and determine what the customer's relevant needs and expectations are. And then we've got to develop, implement, and improve a system of quality management processes that enhances customer satisfaction by meeting customer requirements. When it comes to leadership, leadership must ensure that the quality management system achieves its intended results, conformity, and customer satisfaction. Leadership has to be focused on the customer to ensure requirements are understood and they're consistently met. And leadership must ensure that customer focus is continually maintained in the organization. When it comes to planning, customer satisfaction, risk, and opportunity assessment is critical. So I'm trying to understand what my internal and external issues are relative to customer focus and what impact that's going to have on my ability to achieve customer satisfaction. Number 2 is I've got to create quality objectives that are relevant to conformity and enhancement of customer satisfaction and make sure that those are established and implemented. Next, if I move to do or execute, I'm going to move into the section called operations, section 8 of the standard. In section 8, 8.1, operational planning and control, we've got to ensure processes meet customer requirements for provisions of products and services. Our mantra is zero defects to the customer, which means we're trying to strive for defect prevention in the establishment of our processes. Next, communications with customers is critical. Determining requirements of products and services to be offered to the customers, and conducting reviews to ensure that the organization has the ability to meet requirements for products and services to be offered to the customers. These are all very critical. Next, we're going to design and develop, test, and verify product and services that meet customer requirements. We're going to ensure that externally provided processes, products, and services do not adversely affect the organization's ability to consistently deliver conforming products and services to the customer. We're going to have available documented information that defines characteristics of the products or services and the results that are supposed to be achieved. We're going to set up post-delivery customer support provisions to make sure that the customer is satisfied after delivery of product or service. And we're going to have very robust product release protocols in place to make sure that we do not ship any defects to the customer, and that all planned provisions of the processes have been accomplished. And then finally, if we do have a non-conforming product or output that makes it to the customer, we will manage those non-conforming outputs for the customer in a timely and an effective manner. So if we move next to the check part of the plan, do, check, act cycle, this is about measuring and monitoring, analyzing and evaluating. So first we want to monitor customer perceptions of the degree to which needs and expectations are met. We want to analyze and evaluate degree of customer satisfaction. Management review input is customer satisfaction. So we want to make sure that in management review, our leadership is getting feedback on where the organization is relative to customer satisfaction levels. Management review output is to look for opportunities for improvement, and that includes improving customer satisfaction. And then if we move to the act piece of the plan, do, check, act cycle, we're talking about improvement. We're talking about increasing the organization's ability to fulfill requirements when measuring and monitoring indicates that we aren't hitting the levels that we're targeting to hit. Now, in this section, we're to determine and select opportunities for improvement and implement necessary actions to meet customer requirements and enhance customer satisfaction. That's the whole focus of improvement, very customer focused. And that is both in nonconformity and corrective action and continual improvement. Well, I think this is a good place for us to call it a wrap. I hope that you've learned how important this quality management fundamental principle is and how it just permeates throughout an entire quality management system. I hope this edition has piqued your interest and intellectual curiosity. Please don't forget to comment with any feedback that you might have. And if you haven't done so already, please consider following me and subscribing to my LinkedIn newsletter. I hope you'll join me for the next Big QU Knowledge Nugget, which will explore another quality management fundamental principle called leadership. But until then, remember, every day is a great day to make things better. See you next time.